Hi Anita, how are you?
Hi Karen, I'm good. Thank you, Karen. Thanks for inviting me. I think it's a privilege that you invited me. I'm glad to see you again.
I'm glad to see you too. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so warm. So shall we start with the questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so your first question is, what did you do before you get into IT industry?
So before getting into the IT industry, I was working in the casino. That was like, a long back. Uh, I think 7 years ago or something like that. So I worked there for approximately two years. So after that, I was a housewife for all these years, and then I got into IT. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. So the second question is, what caused you make the career change actually?
Yeah. Actually, I did my master's in social work, and that too in India. So when I came to Singapore, I was looking for more in social service sector, but somehow I couldn't make it because I don't have a local degree from Singapore. So it was quite difficult for me because no one used to call me for the interviews also. So that was quite challenging for me. So after that, I just tried for the casino job. I think I got it very easily. So I just got into that, and then I worked there for 2 years, and then I quit because I had kids, like very like I had small kid to take care of. So I quit the job. So all these years I was like full-time homemaker. So after that, I me and my husband, we both decided that I'll start work. So now I'm here.
That's great. So what sparked you? What make you was it like your husband said you have to do IT, then that's why you come, or some other reason?
Yeah, he told me quite long that IT is, IT people, right? They are in demand in Singapore. He told me long back, but maybe I didn't take it much serious. So after that, I also got interest in IT because most of the people, most of my family, they are from IT background as well. So this made me think of IT as well. So before getting into the course, I was doing courses from some online courses, the free courses, let me say. So I was on and off going through some courses and watching some YouTube videos as well on IT support and all. So after that, I got into the course. So that's how I got my first job in IT.
So what exactly, okay, apart from all this, which one actually really fire up your, really motivates you and fire up the fire within you to come to IT? I think the question is what caused you make this career change, right? Yeah.
It's like you can say this kind of frustration that you're not getting the other jobs. So that is one thing, because I was applying for many jobs like admin jobs, etc. But as a PR, I faced a bit, I think I can say that it's quite challenging to get a job here in Singapore. And then luckily, I think there's one institute where they have put up courses, and I luckily got into the course. So So this is how I really got into IT course.
What inspired you to really ended up, you tell yourself you must give it a try? Because coming into the IT industry is really not that direct. I think maybe I would say, based on my experience with a lot of learners, I think those adults, they just like wanted to join IT, but they find it super hard. They find it very challenging to come into IT industry. Do you have the same kind of feeling before you join IT?
I mean, like, yes, a bit of feeling I really had, because what I used to feel is I'm not so young also, because I have been housewife all these days, but I also had the other way, like I can do it, because I was on and off, I was watching the YouTube channels. So here I got to learn some IT. Something like IT support. There are quite some like the edX, Coursera, even Harvard University, they offer some courses. So I just went through the courses. They are not much difficult also. So it's a kind of feeling that I can do it. It's not that tough also.
That's great. That's great. That's a very positive mindset. Yeah. Keep on trying. When other doors you knock, they don't open. So you try regardless, right? And you believe that you can achieve that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's very good. That's very good. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So the third question is, how did you feel about IT profession before you even get involved with IT as a profession?
For me, IT was like, whenever I hear the term IT or an engineer, like I used to think they are like software engineers. I didn't know that IT is a kind of a broad term, where there are a lot of things which fit into IT, not just software engineering. It can be hardware, networking, and then even the cloud. Now we hear a lot about cloud-based things. So IT is really a broader term. So then, I mean, like after watching many videos, I came to know that IT is not just coding or programming. So there's much to do in IT. You can learn a lot since it's a wider term. Like the scope is also so wide. So you can just pick like what best suits for you. But I think that IT support is something like you can start from the basic, and then you can slowly you can increase your understanding on that subject. So this is how I feel.
Very good, very good. Yeah, thanks Anita for sharing. I think all your pointers are valid. A lot of people who never joined IT before, they always thought that IT only something to do with programming and must be very good in maths.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but IT is like another real world, but IT is just like a virtual world that consists of many things, and it is very broad. Very good. Yeah. So let's move on to the next question. So how do you feel now after you join IT?
Well, I'm loving my job. I can say that. So like day to day, I'm like every day I get to learn something new. I don't. I'm not just I'm not stopping it. So now I really made friends, so that I can ask my seniors also. Now I'm able to ask my seniors and also my team leads. I think that there should be a lot of cooperation in your team. Only then you can learn much.
So So right now, apart from the teamwork that you mentioned, any other things that you feel or has totally changed your mind or perception? Anything at all? I mean, I know you just joined, so I also heard you mention last time you don't understand your husband say all the acronyms, but right now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, before like my husband used to use some terms which all that jargon, the computer jargon, I never used to understand, but now I can understand well, and then I'm also able to help my husband in few things, like at least in some installing things, I mean, like installing software, etc. I also help him.
Previously in the IT training that you have, does it really help you?
Yes, of course. I think the course had really helped me a lot, because even if they give me the job without attending the course, it would be a very big headache for me, because basic things also I won't be able to know, like I won't know what is IP address, why do we use it, or I won't be knowing like what is what comes under networking. So these stuffs, like I won't be able to know it all. And then about cybersecurity, right? What is cybersecurity, or how important it is, I wouldn't have known if I wouldn't have got into the course. I wouldn't have known all this. So I think that the course has really helped me a lot. So yeah, it's like a foundation for me. It was a strong foundation which also made
help
my
you to build
job,
a strong foundation to carry out your job.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, thank you, Anita. Now, next questions for you is, can you tell me, currently you said you pretty much loving your job. So what you mean about loving your job? This is your next question. Yes.
Yeah, one thing is it's like a dream career, you can say.
Dream career. Because that's very interesting.
Like because it's IT also sounds good.
IT also sounds good. So,
yeah, like someone calls you an engineer, you feel good. You're like when my users call me like IT engineer is here, something like that, then I feel so good. It's kind of a fashionable term also, you can say. So in that way, I really enjoy being in IT. Of course, there are some like ups and downs. Sometimes with the users, you also get to hear their their
frustration.
But, frustration. That's true. But I think it's a part of growing.
Yeah,
I feel like that process. Growing in the profession. Yeah, it molds you better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I say like you perceive this as every day is like all this frustration from the end user and how you deal in terms of customer service with the end user actually make a better version of you every single day? Yeah. Can I say that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And it is a learning process.
Yeah.
Lifelong one.
So yeah, that's true. Like in the beginning, right? In the very beginning, I mean, like few months ago, I just joined like 6 months ago, but I think like 1 month, like 3-4 months ago, when I was still new, if customer is a bit angry on you, right? I used to feel a bit bad about myself, but now I think it's like, okay, it's part of your job. Like I mean, like just try not to care things.
You do find it is a form of training in terms of getting your customer service skill much better, and you can tackle or deal with the people even much better as compared to before. Am I right to say?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. I can say that, the percentage of people showing frustration on you is much lesser compared to the people who are happy with your service. So that's more important for me.
Meaning that the frustrated end user is not that much. It's just a
Not that much,
handful. But again, you learn from it, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Another thing I'm curious, because the word loving that you mentioned just now, it seems like you really enjoy not only handling customer. I think most of the people, when they heard like handling customer with like nasty and frustrated customer, I think they will find it, how can you enjoy, Anita? I don't see it. But do you do you think, I am curious whether is this true, you got to clarify. So I'm curious, was it an intrinsic rewarding and motivation, like every time from those happy customer or happy end users who praise you after you solve their problem, or maybe each time after you solve your problem you feel good? Which one actually was that? Do you feel that way?
Yeah, definitely. Because as I already told you that people who praise you are more than people who are frustrated with you. So in that way, I can say it's a rewarding job at the end of the day.
Thank you so much, Anita. Appreciate that. I have just one last question for you. It is about a best piece of advice that you had, since now you started in IT career for 6 months now, for people who intended or considering to get into IT.
I just want to say them that nothing is impossible. Don't set your own boundaries. They have a lot of opportunity outside. I just want to give this piece of advice for people who want to enter into IT is not to set their own boundaries, because the world outside, I think that there is a lot of IT openings, a lot of opportunities waiting for everyone. So they can choose which area best suits them. For example, there is networking or desk side support, and similarly cybersecurity also. So they can choose their own path. Now what I see is there are a lot of teams in IT itself. A lot of teams, like for one is for the servers, one they look after the printers, and then one look after applications. For everything they have a lot of teams. So I think that IT is just a vast field.
It's a wonderful
it's like an ocean
field.
Yeah.
It's a
you
wonderful.
can swim. Yeah, correct. You can swim which end you want.
And you can also jump into any path after you get used to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, Anita, we have come to the end of our interview session, and I really, really appreciate with all the inputs that you gave. It's very, very useful. And the pointers, they are all valid, I would say. So, okay, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.